At the small forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 22, Franz Wagner.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Michael Porter Jr.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. And his scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
So the Nets starting five. Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. Demon's out there with Terrence Mann. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Orlando, down low, it's Banchero and Carter. Running out on the wings, they'll have Bain and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the one spot. Stan, this game tips off a little regular season series between these two teams. In your mind, as a former coach, does that alter the game plan at all?
Well, the coaches will be watching their opponents very closely, Kevin. You're trying to get as much intel as possible so your team can be even sharper in the next game.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Bain kicks to Wagner. Bain looking around. Rebound, Brooklyn. Here's Clowney. Pass to Claxton. It's stolen by Carter. And, oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance.
The size of Carter is a factor. Stifling him inside just isn't easy.
An outstanding defensive big man, Wendell Carter, stands 6'10", and Stan, he has a 7'4" arm span.
Yeah, Kevin, I think his length really bothers people and is deceiving. When you're first looking at him, he looks like almost an undersized center, but in fact, with that wingspan, he's not, and he is so disciplined and fundamentally sound as a defender. He's one of the best in the league. Well, Wendell Carter Jr. has settled into his role nicely. A reliable big who brings energy, especially when it comes to rebounding.
And so he makes both from the line. And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of two super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with a treasure trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again.
Wagner outside. Pass to Banchero. Carter with the screen. Pocket six. Banchero inside. Claxton's there. Banchero, that's good.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
Here's Demon. Here's Clowney. Second chance shot. Got a piece of it. And it's the Magic's ball. At the elbow, Banchero. Over Porter. And it's Banchero missing.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit. And there wasn't much resistance either.
And Claxton throws it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Suggs passes to Carter. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Demon. He's covered by Suggs out to the right wing. Nets passing it around. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Demon. Fires the three. Franz Wagner grabs the miss. Orlando trailing here. Carter kicks to Banchero. Here's the drive, and they call the foul. So a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And guys, that strength will serve Bancaro really well in the league, and we're starting to see signs of it already.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
He's hit his free throws at a pretty good clip this year, 77%.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And you watch Paolo Banchero. GA, offensively, he is a load to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, he can cross you up, hit you with the spin move, score over either shoulder. This young man is a force.
From outside the arc. Rebound, Brooklyn. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
Yeah, and what a gut-wrencher it was for them last time they met. Ended up on the losing side in that one. Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Orlando, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Now, here's Bain. Defense right on him. Carter outside. Jacks up a three, and he's good on the three ball. Carter's got 5.
Well, Carter Jr.'s got great ability to create shots, even quickly when needed.
Nets trail by 4. Here's Demon. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Pass to Porter. Man in the corner. The tray. Drops in the tray.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here is Carter. 9-point game his last outing. And then Carter with the dunk.
Plenty of muscle from Carter on that dunk. Wow.
Here's Demon. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Claxton. Here's Demon. 11-point game his last outing. Now here's Porter. And again, it's Brooklyn with a 3.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Then Carroll looking around. Clock up 2 there. He has 7.
Well, one thing that sets Banchero apart is his body control. The contact never breaks his rhythm.
Nets have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Off to Demon. Fires from deep. Another 3 for Brooklyn.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And so Suggs with it. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. They trail by 1. Al Carter to the inside. And finished off by Banchero.
Big-time dunk by Banchero. I like seeing the aggressive side of this young man.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Pass to Clowney. Now Porter. Now Man. Guarded by Bain. Here's Porter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Stan Michael Porter Jr. is a crucial piece to this offense.
Oh, he absolutely is, Kevin. First of all, we know that shooting provides space for other people to operate, and he certainly does that. But Michael Porter Jr. is also a very timely cutter and gets his share of easy buckets.
First one falls for him. And with the goal of improving offensively, Stan, the Magic have made some moves.
Well, this is a team that hasn't been inclined to make many trades in the past. But with the young star talent they possess comes the urgency to win now.
Blacks checked in for the Magic. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. No question, Michael Porter Jr. is a true shooter. Stan, he gets out there and scores, it seems like, every possession.
Well, listen, Michael Porter Jr. is not only a great shooter, he's got that high release that people can't get to. So he knows when he shoots it. It's just a matter of make or miss.
On the wing, Porter. Here's Demon. Going inside, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
And while we got a chance, get some numbers for Wagner. Averaging 22 points per, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
Outside, Bain. Here's the 3. A rebound by the Nets.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
No good with the triple. The Magic with the lead. Now Carter. 7 points in the game. Carter sets the pick for Bain. To the paint. And then Carter with the jam.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Outside, Porter. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Shot clock at 6. Screen by Claxton. Man cranes the three-pointer. Man's got his second basket of the night.
And look at how quick he was to fight on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Desmond Bain, a deadly floor spacer, but he said, I have to be respected in a lot of different ways. Don't pigeonhole me into just being a catch-and-shoot guy or a movement shooter. I can score the ball in a variety of ways and do multiple things on the court. Back to you.
A lot for sure in his bag. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
To stand in terms of emerging young stars, Banchero is very high on that list.
Well, he sure is, Kevin, because he can create shots for himself and his teammates. And as we've already seen in his early years, this guy is at his best in the playoffs, and that's a trait you're always looking for.
And Orlando making a change here. Bitadze's checked in. Zaire Williams, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Demon. Left side, Thomas. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Thomas. Second shot opportunity. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. You know, Greg, talking about Cam Thomas, what are some things you'd like to see him improve on?
Well, I'd say defense first and foremost. If he's able to improve there, as well as his passing and playmaking, watch out. He's already an incredible scorer.
And the first one drops.
Everyone knows Cam Thomas shoots the ball very well. But how about everything else? This is a guy who competes for everything out there.
And both free throws good for Thomas.
You really don't even have to watch him at the line. Just listen for the net.
Black with it. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Bitadze. Now Banchero. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content. It's on Nick Claxton. Only the 6th player ever from the country of Georgia. Bitadze is an inspiration, coach.
He sure is, Kevin, and a hard-playing guy who can really defend and rebound, and he's an underrated offensive player. Great finisher around the rim. This guy can help almost anybody.
That free throw, no good. Baines checked in for Orlando. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Sharps checked in. And the second free throw, good. The Nets have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Well, a great rebounding small forward can give any team an X factor. Let's look at a few guys who have been playing that role over the course of the last month. Michael Porter, 4th.
And maybe they're not the biggest or strongest players in the front court, but that hasn't limited their ability to get in there and mix it up and come up with a lot of rebounds night in and night out.
Yeah, so much of it comes down to effort and energy. You can be any size, well, practically any size, and make a big difference on the glass.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Pass to Demon. Thomas against Spain. Let's go. 5 on the clock. Thomas, that's good. And the Nets lead by 4.
The ball looks so good coming off Thomas's hands. A pretty jump shot right there.
There's the screen. Here's Payne. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Wolf. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Thomas deciding where to go with it. Over Bain. Thomas, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Overall, this quarter, he's getting good looks, and he's taking advantage.
Brooklyn's gone 4-6 from long range here early on. 1:06 left in the first quarter of the game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Let's take a look here at the numbers for Porter. The past month has been surreal and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And yeah, one of the most dangerous scorers in the game. He's already come up big in some key games this year. His teammates really feed off his presence, I think. Free throw good, Thomas. Brooklyn making some changes. Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Michael Porter. And it's Traore in for Demon. And both free throws good for Thomas. Orlando's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Back the pass to Bitadze. Now Black, still yet to score. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Athletic finish right there by Black. I like when he goes up strong like this.
There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside Thomas. Pass to Torrey. Thomas against Bain. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Black. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. Here's Vitadze. Defended by Sharp. Jumps up. Oh, and the jam by Sharp.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Here's De Silva. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Michael Porter making things happen for the Brooklyn Nets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll return shortly. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Foray is out there with Thomas. Then it's Sharp. Then it's Williams. And it's Wolf at the fourth. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, and that can be as difficult as anything.
Here's Thomas after Jonathan Isaac's bucket. Over Bain. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. The Magic shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Here's Foray. Hasn't made one yet. Thomas, a screen on Vitadze. Clock at 4. 14 feet away. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
That gives them the lead. Bain's got his second basket of the game.
Well, if you overplay Bain on the perimeter, he can take you inside.
Thomas kicks to Williams. Pass to Torrey. Fades. The shot comes out.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Here's De Silva. And here is Isaac. Vitadze with it. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. On the wing, Bain. Over Thomas. Isaac outside. Kept alive. A kick out to Bain. Nailed from three-point land. Bain's got the lead up to 5 now for the Magic.
Well, that's Bain's go-to zone. You can't let him have a look from there.
And so, Jordy Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Let's see who's the loudest.
1 He's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Man with it. Working on Black. Outside Williams. 5 to shoot. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Magic leading by 5. Here's Suggs. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
That's on Nolan Torrey.
Well, one thing you like about Jalen Suggs is this guy's a hard worker. You see that on the court, and you see it off in the way he's continued to work on his game.
No good on that one.
Well, each year, Suggs comes on a little stronger, and he has really improved his efficiency.
And Orlando making a change here. Banchero's checked in. And he sinks the second. Nets trail by 6. Pass to Clowney. Here's Torrey. He's covered by Suggs. Banchero outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And on paper, Paolo Banchero has so many appealing attributes. His size, build, the ability to find shots. You can easily see why scouts were enamored with this guy as a prospect.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, you know, he's already an all-star level talent. Banchero's upside and his versatility, you've got to be excited about his future.
That one misses.
And they've had their difficulties from the line here in the second. Could extend their lead if they just make some more free throws. Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Williams against Bain. Plays it up and banks it in. Bain's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Magic.
Yeah, Bain is a talented scorer. Not just a perimeter threat, he's also capable of finishing inside.
Brooklyn's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Porter kicks to Williams. Pass to Torrey from deep. The kick out to Porter. It's up a 3. And Carroll grabs the board.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot. The Magic are coming together. Paolo Banchero said, "This is a special group. We have something that you don't always see in professional sports. Guys really have each other's backs and look after one another. Not only are we close, but we're really talented and versatile as a team." Back to you.
A young, exciting team. Allie, we thank you very much. And a wide open look for Porter. Pass to Torrey. Just 5 to shoot. And the Nets miss again. Magic leading by 7. Payne for 3. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Oh, great ball movement there.
For the Nets, they come into this one following a loss to the Lakers. So Stan, I'll ask you, what about Desmond Bain stands out to you the most?
Kevin, I would say what stands out the most is how this guy has improved and added to his offensive game. Came into the league as basically a shooter, but now he has added playmaking and shot creation to his game. He can put the ball on the floor, take it to the basket and finish, or set up his team.
We can. Let's have a peek at the league's top foul shooting teams over the course of the last month. Number 1, the Magic.
And they've had a lot of success at the free throw line, converting those at a high level. So I'd look for them to continue to attack the rim.
Here's man. Black defending. Claxton trying to free himself up. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Porter. And the Magic with possession. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Payne against Porter. Pass to De Silva. They set the pick to the middle, and he caught that pass and full stride on his way to the big slam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Here's Bain. He dinks the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Well, this is what we've come to expect from Bain. He's become a premier scorer in this league.
Nets trail by 12. Pass to Clowney. Here's Traore. Porter passes to man. 6 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Fires it up. Porter, no luck.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Here's Suggs. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Suggs just staying active and goes to the line now.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Orlando.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
checked in for Orlando. Williams is checked in for Brooklyn. Demon comes in for Traore. The first free throw is good. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Looking at the last game for Orlando, it was a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
You know what? That's a game where the coach might just want to burn the video because there's no question they're a better team than what we saw, but they got crushed on that night.
Yeah, but what matters now is how the team responds to a loss like that. That's what makes this a big game for them.
Here's De Silva. Michael Porter making his last shot. Ben Carroll against Claxton. Pass to De Silva. Over Porter. De Silva. No good. Nets trail by 11. Now Claxton. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers. Down low. It's stolen by Ben Carroll. Here's De Silva. Claxton covering. Here's De Silva. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Just 3 to shoot. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And checking out numbers for Black, he's been more than solid over the last month. Averaging about 15 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. But to have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
And in 2023, the NBA implementing a new player participation policy, coach, trying to minimize unexcused absences for star players.
Evan, I think it's huge for our game. Fans pay and watch TV to see the great players. And there's nothing more important in the league than those guys being on the court on a consistent basis. And anything that the league can do and teams can do to ensure that, the better it is for everyone.
Magic leading by 9. Now, here's Suggs. 20 points for him last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Here's Wagner. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Demon. Pass to Williams. Takes it off the glass.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
So it's Orlando now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Suggs dishes to Ben Carroll. Claxton with the steal. Over in the corner, Williams. Outside, Porter. The Nets working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. There's Williams. It's hauled in by the Magic. Ben Carroll's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, Wagner doesn't fear contact. He'll take it right into the defense down there.
Nets trail by 11. Here's Demon. to man. Down to 5 on the shot clock. This one for 3. De Silva with the rebound. Orlando leading by 11. 1:44 left in the first half. Suggs looking around. Wagner against Williams. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot before second violation. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at Orlando. Right now they've been able to gather the 8th best record in the conference as the latter part of the season approaches. And of course Brooklyn, just way behind. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for the match. Bain comes in for Anthony Black. Pass to Demon. Williams kicks to Porter. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
1:05 left in the first half. Now, man. They set the screen. Outside Williams. The 3. Good on the triple. Williams has got 5 points in the quarter.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Pass to Carter. Now, here's Bain. Carter sets the pick for Bain. And they come right back with their own 3-point.
As he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter, he's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting one.
Yeah, Bain's improvement over the years has been steady. He's become an impactful player on both ends.
Man with it, guarded by Bain. Inside, it's stolen by Carter. 19 seconds left here in the second. Porter against Banchero. Shot clock at 5. Nice D from Porter. And so it's Orlando sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. Their transition game has been in full effect. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East. And just for a moment here, I was wondering, if you guys were playing in the league today, which current player would you most like to team up with?
That's tough, Ernie, but I got to pick Wemby. Playing alongside of him, that's just going to be too good to pass up.
Well, I'll tell you what, May 19th, I'm teaming up with the Ant-Man. 1-2 punch, baby.
Very interesting. Keeping things moving along, what a first half we just saw from Desmond Bain.
And what he did to those defenders, you know they're in the locker room right now discussing ways to keep the ball out of his hands.
That may be the only way to stop him, because even against doubles, he's been accurate. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been a clinic out there by Desmond Bain.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
Nets trail by 14. Wagner is in the front court alongside Banchero. The guard pair for him will be Suggs and Bain. And it's Critter in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Jamal Mosley. Here's Deming. Just 5 to shoot. There's the pick. Here's Mann. Buries the long-range jumper. Mann's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Nets. Banchero outside. Fades and shoots. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Nets trail by 11. Mann with it. Pass to Demon. And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Claxton a screen on Suggs. Here's Claxton, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter. And let's take a look at the last handful of seasons and the steal numbers for Jalen Suggs.
And you can see that his efforts on the defensive end, season after season, have not been wasted. His steals numbers just continue to rise. He's someone you have to avoid on that end of the floor. And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Get through.
And no good that time. Good defense by Claxton. 11 feet away, and it's Demon missing. Magic leading by 11. Bain finds Suggs. Up top, Wagner. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Back to Bain. And here we go. Brooklyn, fast break.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greggy lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Outside, Bain. Back to Banchero. 5 to shoot. A kick out to Bain. That falls. Nice feed that time from Banchero. Bain's got 21.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's Suggs. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Banchero is screened for Suggs. And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, love that. Banchero moves so well with and without the ball.
And Brooklyn has possession. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Here's Demon. Pass to Porter. Shoots it up. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
Now, here's Wagner. He has 7. 5 on the clock. Carter sets the pick for Bain. They grab their own miss. Carter with the bucket. Carter's got 11 points.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Demon. Outside, Porter. Pass to Mann. From the top of the key, and it's Orlando with the rebound. Banchero's got 6 rebounds in the game. Wagner on the wing. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. To the paint, here's Carter, and then Carter with the dunk.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Nets trail by 14. To stand, you don't see a whole lot of players, 6'10", with the perimeter skills of a Franz Wagner.
Oh, you sure don't, Kevin. And not a guy with his size, strength, and skill. And he can create shots for himself. He can finish through contact. And he will also create shots for his team. Well, with his size and power, Wagner can seem unstoppable at the rim.
Here's Deming. Here's Porter. That's to Deming. Here's Clowney. And he gets it to go. Clowney's got his second best.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
The numbers for Carter. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And for a reserve big man, not a big drop-off when he checks in the game.
Well, it's because he's someone that understands his role. He plays with confidence and helps provide stability when he's on the floor.
Outside, Bain. Suggs with a screen for Bain. Three-pointer. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Deming. Porter a screen on Suggs. Here's Deming. Gets it to fall from the right block. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Magic. At one point, they led by 16. Here's the screen. And Caro outside. Just 5 on the clock. And the shot goes in. And Caro's got 16.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Pass to Porter. Here's Mann. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
And here's Banchero. He's got 16. Now, Bain. Drives to the hoop. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. Although they're down big right now, Greg, still plenty of time left in this one.
At this point, they got to take it one possession at a time.
Here's Clowney. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. And Claxton throws it down.
showing great vision and delivering the pass out in front.
Orlando leading by 9. Now Suggs. Pass to Carter. And Wagner has it in the corner. Carter sets the pick for Wagner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And then Carter with the jam.
Well, watch Carter Jr.'s control. He sets a solid screen and then shifts right to his spot.
Nets trail by 11. And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Black's checked in for Jalen Suggs. Zaire Williams, he's checked in for the Nets. Claxton with it. He's got 8. Pass to man. To the inside. Here's Clowney, and that one is stuffed right through.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Here's Bain. 21 points in the game. To the middle. Carter with the basket on the assist by Bain. Bain's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Demon. Down low. Stolen by Carter. One-on-one fast break. Here's Black. The layup off target.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Claxton the pass to Williams. Black grabs the board. Black's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Bain. Carter sets the pick for Bain. Off target from outside.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been injured here this quarter. And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Orlando.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
And their passing has been great as well. Ball movement is key in getting good looks, and they've had that down tonight.
Magic leading by 8. To the middle. Vitadze got it. Good job in the low post. It's the Nets now. Outside Thomas. Pass to Wolf. Outside Williams. There's the triple. The rebound by Vitadze. Orlando's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Payne. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And now a 12-point Magic lead.
Well, when Bane gets going, he can be a problem for defenses. He'll become a real force on the offensive end.
Here's Demon. Black defending. Pass to Williams. Here's Wolf. It's tipped. Stolen by Vitadze. Wagner outside. Inside. Vitadze with the bucket. Vitadze's got 5 points so far.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Nets trail by 14. Here's Demon. Pass to Wolf. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's play. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Igor Demon.
Well, I think Black's agility caught the defense off guard there, and he's able to draw a shooting foul.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
Well, what you like about Black is he processes quickly, and he moves quickly, plus great size for his position.
Jones checked in for Wagner. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Traore comes in for Demon. So he gets them both. Nets trail by 16. 59 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Porter outside. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Outside, Jones. Outside, Payne. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Williams against Payne. And he banks in the layup. Payne's got 25 points in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Thomas. Pass to Traore. Williams dishes to Thomas. With 1 on the clock. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Magic out in front, up by 15. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Porter is out there with Williams. Then there's Traore. Then it's Thomas. And it's Wolf in at the 5, roaming the paint.
At the line for one, Anthony Black.
One shot.
That free throw, good from Black. Here's Traore. Pass to Wolf. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And finished off by Banchero.
When it comes to attacking the basket, Banchero is one of the most dangerous players in the league.
Nets trail by 17. Here's Traore. Pass to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Now, here's Suggs. Banchero outside. Here's De Silva. He's guarded by Williams from 11 feet away. And it's Banchero missing. The Nets shooting well. 50% from the floor. Shot from 12. Thomas, that's good.
Thomas flashing his handles. He can get creative with the ball.
Banchero against Porter. There's the pick. That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. To the inside. De Silva with the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Not loose. It's stolen by Banchero. Pass to Bitadze. And Bitadze throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Nets trail by 17. And here is Thomas. To the paint. Here's Traore. 5 to shoot. They set the pick. Pass to Wolf. The kick out to Porter. The Nets working the ball around now. Thomas a screen. Wolf passes to Porter. Fires the 3. And it's Suggs with the rebound. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. And Suggs throws it down.
Just a terrific drive by Suggs. When he sees lanes to the rim open up, he attacks with no hesitation.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Outside Thomas. Left side Williams. Orlando grabs the miss. Bitadze's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Now Black. Outside Suggs. Pass to Banchero. Banchero drives the double. Count the basket.
Determination. Banchero won't be stopped.
And GA, you look at all these great European players. Some saying that youth development in the U.S. could emulate aspects of what they're doing overseas in their systems.
Well, it's already going in that direction. Youngsters able to, in essence, go pro from their early teens. But the academies they've set up over there They are, no doubt, intriguing. And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Here's Traore. Outside Porter. Claxton with it. Outside Williams. Trying to end the drought. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. That's 7 points for Williams.
Well, nice pass by Porter Jr., moving the ball with a purpose.
Orlando leading by 20. Pass to Black. Here's De Silva. Inside. Here's Banchero. The rebound by the Nets. Porter's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Claxton. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Carter. Banchero up top. He's guarded by Williams. Outside, Suggs. Those 3 pointers off the mark. Nets trail by 20. Porter with it. And it's Carter picking him up. Porter inside. Carter on him. Pass to Thomas. Claxton sets the screen for Thomas. And Claxton throws it down.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
The Nets have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Here's Traore. Pass to Claxton. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Claxton's got 4 points in the quarter.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
Magic leading by 18. Suggs passes to Black. Here's Banchero. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Banchero's got 13 points in the second half.
And Banchero is putting it all together, capable of scoring from all 3 levels.
Porter a screen on Suggs. It's Thomas on the wing. Hits it from 3-point range.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. We've had a moment here. Let's present our player of the game, Paolo Banchero.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
They lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He's shown leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. Magic leading by 17. To the middle. Here's Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
Well, things are falling for Carter Jr. in this one, and he is a monolith on the floor when he's rolling like this.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Off to Demon. Back to man. Porter outside. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Banchero's got 8 rebounds in this game. Now, here's Payne. Defended by Man. Banchero against Claxton. 4 on the clock. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And Claxton throws it down.
No hesitation. He just takes off and takes it the distance.
Well, the best way to attack is in transition. He recognizes that.
And so here's Orlando, following the bucket by the Nets. Banchero outside. And the Magic can hold on to the ball.
Now, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
And Orlando making a change here. Suggs is checked in. Nets trail by 17. Pass to Clowney. And here's Porter. He's defended by Wagner. Yep, that one goes in there. And it's now 23 points for Michael Porter.
And Porter Jr. has one of the smoothest looking jump shots in the league.
Carter with the screen. Payne for 3. Rebounded by the Nets.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
Here's Demon. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Pass to Clowney. Back to Porter. Fires for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Porter's got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
Now, here's Suggs. In the corner, it's Payne. And that time, also a missed shot.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Terrence Mann. That's foul number 2 for him. Magic leading by 12. Wagner outside. Suggs, screen on Porter. Back to Suggs. Kicks it out to Banchero. That does not go. Nets trail by 12. And there's the drive. Oh, one-handed!
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Puts up a three. Claxton with the rebound. Nets trail by 10.
At the line for the Nets, Noah Clowney. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Second free throw, no good. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for Orlando. 22 is their biggest lead. Here's Demon. No good.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
It's stolen by Banchero. And here we go. Carter into the hoop. He gets it to go.
Well, what poise from Carter Jr. Just taking the hit and pushing through it all.
13 foul. At the line for Orlando, Wendell Carter. Shooting one.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for Carter. Nets trail by 12. There's a minute 40 left in the game. Screen by Claxton. Lets loose a three. Trained from outside.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Now, here's Suggs. 6 on the shot clock. Banchero fires. Off target from outside.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Porter against Wagner. Claxton outside. Suggs with the steal.
Well, Suggs has gained confidence as a scorer. He doesn't mind getting hit inside like that.
5. Elbow. 2.
At the line for Orlando, Jalen Suggs. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that will push the lead to double digits. Both good from the line that time. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And stolen by Wagner. And here we go with the Magic fast break. The shot is good.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
And turnovers have been the issue for them.
You can see the coaches have gotten into them a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
On the wing, man. Guarded by Bain. Here's Demon. Just 5 on the clock. The three doesn't go. Now, here's Banchero. He's covered closely. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Paolo Banchero.